Cody smells.
Howdy, boys.
Good evening, sports fans around this big, beautiful blue marble we call Earth in whatever city you may live in. Welcome to episode 142 of the VWU Sports Podcast. I am, of course, the owner and founder of the bar, Jacob B. You can call me Jake the Steak, JB. Call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. I'm being joined, as always, by my barkeeps and co-hosts, Mr. Brandon C. and C. Carter. And we're being joined by our regulars, including our bouncer and outlaw, Mr. Zach George.
Yo!
The owner of UCCW and Charger man himself, Mr. Matty Dangerously.
Yo, how's it going?
And the Hoosier man himself, Mr. Cody Hagan. Who is absent? Who is absent? But anyway, welcome, gentlemen, to the 17th of September, the year of our Lord 2024. We are now halfway through the month of September. Unfortunately, that means that means we got a lot to talk about, but that means also in the world of baseball, that means the train is ready to go, and that means the seats are now being filled.
Yep, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I do believe we got some Ubers.
Yeah, we do. We got a couple Ubers to go. So
Uber outside. Well, another year in Anaheim, boys? You know it's bad when the only goal this year was don't finish last, and they even messed that up. The one team that acts like they can't afford to open their stadium in October.
Well, they're not wrong.
Yeah, they're not wrong there. Tony Moreno, thanks for coming. Go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm. Next up.
Next.
You Uber outside. Good night, Oakland. You truly didn't deserve this. Well, now the biggest name in Sacramento is the Kings, and then the River Cats. Getting knocked out by the White Sox is exactly what John Fisher deserves.
I like how they mentioned River Cats as a minor league baseball team.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just say this real quick. John Fisher, you asked for this, and you get exactly what you deserve.
Yeah, I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it, you bastard.
Yep. Next Uber.
Hey, Washington. You Uber outside. Are we sure they're sad right now? I mean, they ain't got to watch Patrick Corbin no more. Future's bright, boys. Maybe next year you can finish at 500. You want to know the worst part? Now they got to go be Commanders fans.
Yo.
Yikes.
That's unnecessary.
Unnecessary, but necessary. I love it.
Blow behind it.
Hey, Pittsburgh.
Next.
You Uber outside. If you or a loved one is a fan of the Pittsburgh Pirates, you may be entitled to financial compensation. They the one team in baseball that wishes the playoffs started on Memorial Day. But hey, at least now they have a pitcher.
Walk the plank, you go.
Yeah, I just want to point this out. Yeah, I just want to point this out. I know they probably might be early, but at this rate, do you really think the Pirates going to get in at this point?
Hell no.
It's like every year. They always have I'm sorry.
Now, that's okay. Now, since we're kind of a quickie, we got to start by here.
Looking through your trash bag. What's it say about you? Funky trash.
What's a good almost
the
White
Sox today?
Yeah, that's what I say. The White Sox, they're on a 3-game winning streak.
Wow, it's a shocker. They can actually win games for once in their lives.
Yeah, I was saying to myself, it's a little bit too late.
Yep.
It's a little bit too late. They're 36 and 115.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on the record. They are now 5 losses away from tying the once Philadelphia Athletics for the worst season in Major League Baseball history.
Jacob, wrong. Mets.
Oh, you're right. The New York Mets. Yeah, you're right. I thought it was the Philadelphia Athletics. My bad.
Yeah, the Mets had the worst record. It was a modern record of 40 and 120.
So they are 5 away from tying the 69, the 68, the inaugural season of the New York Mets, and the worst record in Major League Baseball history. So
wow,
yeah.
the original McMets. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, here's the thing, and I'll try to make this quick. I mean, first and foremost, we're gonna have to take a quick look at the standings.
All right, give me a sec. I'll get them hold up.
Yeah, take your time.
Excuse me.
First and foremost, in the AL East, boy, we pretty much got a dogfight between the Yankees and the Orioles. First and foremost.
Yeah, but the Yankees
most
are
definitely
2 games ahead of Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to realize that they're both teams are basically trading blows as of late. Even though Baltimore went 3 for 7 in the last 10, it's basically Yankees went yin and yang, won 7 of the last 10. But safe to say things can change around because we're still halfway through September, so they got still plenty of time to figure out who's going to take the East.
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah.
I wonder if this will go like my first season in Road to the Show. If you know, you know.
Fair enough.
Now, let me just also over in the Central, and I tell you what, don't look down, but the Tigers are catching up with the Twins.
Oh,
Yeah.
Detroit's found some good octane and finally got their
Detroit,
engine fixed.
Yeah, but don't sleep on Seattle though.
That's true. You know, like we said, and let me just point this out real quick, because Cleveland,
George.
like I said, Cleveland's about to get ready to run away with the Central, but Kansas City is right there.
But it's not going to be easy because Kansas City, Minnesota, and now Detroit are still trying to hold them back from taking the Central.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And out west, Houston has a 4-game lead over the Mariners. Mariners on the 3-game winning streak. They got to keep winning if they want to make the playoffs. They're not that far behind Minnesota for the last wild card spot.
Nope.
Indeed.
And
Indeed.
Texas,
We'll take a look at the wild card spot in a second, but first let's take a look at the national.
Hold on. Let me just say this real quick.
Yeah,
Texas.
if you look at
There's always next year, Texas. Sorry, Eddie.
welcome to the aftermath of welcome to the aftermath of the hangover. Happens to everybody, my friend.
Yeah.
We'll make sure to get you
Not yet.
Now,
not yet.
In the NL East, while Philadelphia's about to get ready to run away with the NL East, the Mets are holding on that last wild card spot, 1 game ahead of the Braves.
Yeah, but there's a chance that they could pass the Diamondbacks for the second wild card spot.
Yeah, because they're not that far behind Arizona.
Believe it or not, me and Brandon actually talked about this before we started the show. That the Phillies have a chance to clinch the East probably this week. Believe it or not.
I'm surprised.
Possibility.
Yeah.
No.
Remind me, Brandon, how many wins does the Phillies need to clinch the East? You told me about this early a little while ago before the show started.
Yeah, for the Phillies to clinch the National League East, they need They need three games.
The Magic now. So Magic now.
3 wins.
Well, actually, 3 to clinch the postseason, 5 for the East.
Okay.
Okay. Three to get three for them to process their 3 for their credit card to process through to get into the state to get into the train, 5 to clinch the East. So the magic number for them is 5.
Mm-hmm. Now, over in the Central, I tell you what, and this is easy. All Milwaukee has to do is win 2 more games, and they clinch the Central.
Actually, if they win tonight, they actually will punch their info will process through and they will make it into the playoff train. But if they win tonight and tomorrow, they will clinch the Central.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's really something to consider. You know, as we're heading down the stretch and getting ready to close out this wild baseball season. Now in the West, Dodgers, you probably might get ready need to take a sip. Because the Padres,
have you ever thought about getting some body armor? I think that prime hydration is sapping you dry.
Oh boy, yeah, no kidding. I mean,
here comes the Padres and the Diamondbacks.
Mm-hmm. I think
Padres
the wild card.
Padres on a 4-game winning streak, won 6 of their last 10 and are 3.5 games right behind the Dodgers. So right now, Matt is grinning ear to ear.
Let me just point this out. Let me just point this out, gentlemen, that I think the Padres are closer to the Dodgers than the Diamondbacks. Arizona, you need to be concerned because the Mets could come and take your spot.
Yep.
So
yes, indeed. If I pull up the wild card standings here.
All right, there you go. Yeah, the wild card standings.
Yeah, I'd start sweating you. Because your so-called baby brother is starting to catch up, and he's not here to play patty cake with you.
No,
there you go.
I tell you what. Also, Twins in the AL wild card, they got the last wild card spot, but Detroit is charging up behind them, and Seattle is like 2 games behind. So they're keeping it very,
don't forget about
close.
Boston and Tampa. They're just on the outside looking in from this fight for the wild card slots.
Absolutely. Right. And over in the NL, the Diamondbacks best start swimming because the Mets are charging up behind you.
Oh, you have to scroll down. There we go.
Yeah, they are just by a game, believe it or not.
Oh, Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. And Atlanta they're trying to keep up with the pace. I tell you what, despite the injury bug taking its toll on this team. You gotta get the Braves credit. They sure as heck is
hey, they're putting up a fight.
Yeah, they're keeping it close.
It shows how strong depth can get you very far in the season.
Absolutely, and also the Cubs, they're right there. They're like 5 games out. They're
5 games out from the wild card. So they are on a 2-game winning streak. So if they can get hot right here, it'll be the perfect time for them to sneak into the wild card.
Absolutely, so.
Quickly, next Tuesday is the Braves and the Mets. That's going to be huge.
Yes, I was about to say now. I do believe
next week.
Next week.
Now, like I said, I do believe there was a story in which the Mets sign Acuna's brother.
They called him up actually, because he was in the minor league
call up actually.
Yeah. So.
It was a call up actually. Okay.
Yeah, someone better get
Luis Angel Acuna.
Yeah, I was about to say someone better get Steve Harvey a one-way ticket to New York because he needs to be there not actually New York, be there in Atlanta next week to see this feud. Because this will be a family feud.
Yeah.
But
anyway, let's take a look at what's going to be going on tonight. Let's see what's going on tonight. A lot of big time matchups here tonight. Starting off,
this is kind of a huge matchup in its own right here. That starts off at 6:35, and this is something for Zach.
Baltimore and the San Francisco Giants.
At Camden Yards. At 7:35.
6:35 Eastern.
Yeah, Cleveland Guardians versus the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah. First of all, hold on. Let's take our pitch for a second.
We got Suarez up against Blake Snell. I don't know if I like that matchup.
You're gonna have a tough task because you gotta take Blake Snell seriously because he's a former Ray, and number 2, he won both. He's formerly a National League Cy Young Award winner. Oh, you might as well just go ahead and take him seriously, Zach.
Now,
trust me,
don't underestimate Blake Snell.
That's why I said I don't know if I like this matchup.
Well, I don't know how anyone's gonna like this matchup, but we got over in Miami at the Lone Depot Park. We got the Dodgers and the Marlins.
Oh, poor Miami.
Someone's gonna be dead there.
And
someone's gonna be out of sushi tonight.
Yeah. It's gonna be a shish kebab tonight.
Look at McCullough's ERA 9 flat. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're gonna have some sushi tonight.
Hope you like tuna rolls.
If I may, here.
Go ahead.
Pass up something.
All right.
Go ahead.
At 6:40 at the Great American Ballpark, the Cincinnati Reds is going to be playing host to the Braves.
Or
it's going to be an interesting game.
There he is.
San Jose. Oh, wait a minute.
All right. All right, Jose, I'll switch it up for you. I'll switch for you.
Yeah, no problem. You can still keep talking.
I'm gonna say,
Okay, go back to Jacob for now.
listen, do you know the way to San Jose?
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know that was gonna happen from Carter.
I could have my alley surprise come in here and scare the crap out of you, but I'm not gonna do that yet.
Now, also, I think Brandon was trying to pronounce this game. We got a progressive field. We got the Twins and the Guardians.
League Guardians.
Big time matchup in the AL Central here. The Twins need this win to stay in the hunt for the Central and possibly the wild card.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, we got coming up later on this evening over in Tampa at the empty T-Mobile Stadium. We got the Red Sox and the Rays tonight.
That's gonna be an interesting battle for the AL wild card spot.
Big time AL East matchup. Both teams looking to move up in the AL wild card race.
Yeah. And here's another good one for you, and it's going to be on TBS.
Well, we got the Phillies and the Brewers.
Up in Flushing, Queens at Citi Field.
Yes.
That's going to be a good one.
And
that's at Brewer Park.
This is going to be huge for the Mets because last night the Mets walked off the Nationals.
Yep, I heard. Nationals already eliminated.
Yeah, they did that in very tight fashion with that walk-off.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got good
on your end?
Shut up.
Now,
because I know you're talking about me.
Yes, I was.
All right.
Okay, easy.
Look at this bastard. Look at him smile. Look at this man smile.
Yeah.
Smile.
Okay,
But you don't know.
easy,
Jose has been wanting. No. Let me fix that.
Okay, easy, you two.
No, let's be honest here. Jose has been wanting, praying for the Mets to collapse. But considering how good they've been going, heading into the postseason, he is literally ready to pull out his own hair.
Your picture doesn't count right now.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, let's go
I
ahead
know
and
it
get back
doesn't
on
count, but I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Let's get back on topic.
Calm down here.
Yeah. Anyways, over at Crawford Stadium.
Hold on, Jacob. Hold on. Just bring this up about Phillies and Brewers. Leader in the East versus leader of the Central.
Yep.
It's going to be a very intriguing matchup here.
A possible NLDS matchup right here. Between the Brew Crew and the Phillies.
It's very possible. This could be an NLCS. You never know.
Maybe possible NLCS matchup. You never know what can happen in the playoffs.
So,
anything can happen.
You got Zach Wheeler. You got Zach Wheeler for the Phillies.
Zach Wheeler, the former Met himself, and Frankie Montas.
That should be very, very interesting. Now, gentlemen, also tonight,
but
over at Kauffman Stadium.
Over
in Kauffman Stadium, we got a showdown between the Tigers and the Warriors.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one. Battle for the playoffs.
Things are going to get nasty in Kansas City. We're going to see a barbecue flying everywhere.
Yeah, let me just bring this up real quick. Detroit needs to keep winning if they want to catch Minnesota.
Also, what a year has it been for Bobby Witt Jr.
Oh yeah, he's doing great.
Oh, Witt's been playing out of his ass all year long.
You know something? Let me just bring this up because I think what's going on is Bobby Witt Jr. simply told his players, "Get on my back, boys. I'll carry you to the playoffs."
Hey, Bobby.
Here's the crazy thing. This guy, he may have a
and he's got strong knees. I'll tell you that much.
But listen to this. This guy this year, Bobby Witt Jr., he's got 200 hits already.
Come on, Bobby.
In his first year, he's already passed the 200 club in hits.
You know something? Don't be surprised if he's a strong candidate for the AL MVP.
Oh, I would not be.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure.
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure that he's giving Aaron Judge a run for his money. So don't be surprised if he's a strong candidate. Now, also tonight, over in Wrigley Field, we got the A's and the Cubs.
There's got to be competition against Aaron Judge. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
that is already eliminated.
Yeah, so we got the A's and the Cubs.
Cody might be having a somewhat might be having an easy night at the friendly confines. So have fun there, buddy.
Speaking of Judge, he's nearing the Triple Crown.
Whoa, he's going for the triple.
Batting average and RBI.
Now
it's a big
also tonight we got the Pirates and the Cardinals over at.
You know what? I got to do it. It's in my contract.
That's what we
as well.
Stadium.
They already walked the plank. Pirates are done.
Yeah, I think to assume that the Pirates, first of all,
Lance Lynn is going to be the one pitching.
Yeah. Pirates put up a valiant fight this season. I just want to point this out. During the offseason, get some help for Paul Skeets.
Yeah, the poor man can only do so much, Yeah.
Now, I'm not too sure if anyone's going to care about this game. But over at Globe Life Field, we got the Blue Jays and the Rangers.
I'm pretty sure there are some people that are going to care because these two don't like each other.
Yeah, the history there has shown it, especially in the playoffs. Looking at a certain bat flip.
Yeah. Move on.
Over at Coors Field, we got the Diamondbacks and the Rockies.
This is the type of game you gotta watch if you're down for
Wait. Hey guys! I just realized something. Look at the tickets for this game at Coors Field.
What?
$2?
No, it's $1. They're starting at $1.
They're taking things from
Where you see that at?
They're taking this from the Carolina Panthers.
It is that bad.
Jacob, where you see that at? I don't see that. Where you see that at?
We're approaching please come to our games territory.
Yeah, it's there.
And speaking of please come to our games, we got the White Sox and the Angels.
No, thank you.
We actually got one. We actually got one tonight. It's tank ball.
Yeah, so Aish.
Whose offices is
Gonna get it?
That's your saying, Brandon?
Go ahead, Brandon.
Whose offices is gonna get their asses chewed out first?
Both.
Oh,
Both.
White Sox. White Sox.
Because they gotta stream this shit show.
Ish. I just want to point this out.
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead, Jose.
Yeah. Thanks. The White Sox are approaching the all-time loss record for the regular season. By
the Mets' inaugural season, aka the worst season in Major League history.
Yep. So I'm actually rooting for the White Sox here to lose miserably in these next couple games.
Take one down and go within 4 of the record.
So you're rooting for Artie Moreno.
Oh God. You want a drink?
Sadly, yes.
Would you like a
Yeah, give me one.
Let me bring this up real quick. Because Mike Trout, that's the
Thanks.
center. He might have to move from center field.
He's got dude. Someone get Trout out of there.
The season's already over for the Angels, so why Mike Trout already?
Here's another good one for you guys. And Matt is going to keep his eyes on this.
Now we get to the games that are actually going to make sense. We got a double main event in the 940 slot or 1040 depending on who you ask. And starting off at T-Mobile Park, we're going to see the Mariners. We're going to see the Mariners and the Yankees do battle.
Look at this guy that's going to be on the mound to start the game off for the Yankees, Luis Gil.
Oh, and he's going to have a pitching duel. As for the Mariners, they're bringing in Brian Wu.
Look at Luis Gil, man. 13-6, 3.18 ERA.
No, Wu's got a better record. 8-2 on the year with a 2.38 ERA.
Most of them were.
That's gonna be interesting. Also, in this game, it's gonna be on True TV. We got the Astros and the Padres.
myself and Matt is going to be watching this very closely as my Astros makes the trip down to SoCal to Petco Park for this fight.
Good luck against King.
Yeah.
It's Michael King.
Michael King is going to be on the mound for the Friars, for the Friar faithful, and for the Astros. They're bringing Brown for the.
I'm not going to lie. What a year has been for Michael King. 3.08 ERA.
Heck yeah.
Dude's been towing the rubber like nobody's business, and it's going to be a pitching duel between King and Brown.
You got to keep in mind, though, he was a part of that trade with Trent Gresham and Juan Soto.
Yeah,
Yankees and
Padres are doing the right thing. Finally,
to say the Padres have been living up to that trade with gusto.
Absolutely. I just want to bring this up, fellas. Just so far, like we've been saying, this season has been wild and crazy. Outside of the Chicago White Sox, pretty much falling off the side of the earth. But
yeah, basically.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and keep a close eye because we got
13 days.
2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, boys. And since we are in the 2 weeks, y'all know the rules. For the rest of the teams left that are available, if you got a chance to make the playoffs, you know the rules. Stay with me, boys.
Wow,
Thank you.
Drunk.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's enough. We don't need to run it to the ground. Let's go ahead.
I'm lagging.
All right, move on.
He's lagging. It's fine. Anyways, let's get on to the hardwood because we got a big show tonight. Let's talk about the WNBA because the WNBA is just about to get ready to go for their playoffs. And they got some big time matchups here tonight.
Well, hold on, Jacob, because first and foremost, we got to send our congratulations to Asia Wilson. Wow. She is the first WNBA player to score 1,000 points in a season.
MVP.
The inaugural entrant into the 1,000-point club. That is historic.
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much says it all. And meanwhile, while that's going on, Caitlin Clark, she dropped 35 points.
Rookie of the year.
Game. So
take a rookie of the year, and I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
And let me also bring this up, fellas. This is the last week of the WNBA season.
Thank God. Now we get to the playoffs.
This is it. It's showtime. After next week, it's showtime.
Now let me go ahead and bring this up real quick because you look at the standings. We got 3 teams battling for that last playoff spot. Let me break this down for you because the Mystics and the Sky, they're tied at 13 and 25. But actually, all 3 of them, with the Atlanta Dream, they're tied at 13 and 25. So with 2 games left to go in this game of musical chairs, somebody's
going home and the other's sneaking in barely.
Two teams.
How about the Liberty this year, man?
The Liberty might be taking on the record setting the record for the best regular season in WNBA history.
I think that's possibility.
Not only that, but they want the championship itself.
They want to bring the championship back home to New York. They want to spark hope for the New York faithful.
Let me bring this up because Liberty have never won the WNBA championship. They've been close. This might be they finally get over the hump.
This might be the year they finally break through that glass ceiling and finally hoist up the WNBA title.
But let me bring this up. You can't discount what's going on with the Lynx, the Sun, and the Aces.
And the Aces, yeah. The Lynx have been sharpening their claws and they've been eating good.
Mm-hmm. And of course the Sun, they're right there. Competitive as ever, and you can't forget about the defending WNBA champions, the Aces.
No, the Aces, they still hold the cards and they still dealing them out like they're at the World Series of Poker.
Now, I've been first one to tell you it's gonna be a very interesting first round matchup between the Storm and the Aces. That's gonna be very interesting.
Ooh. Oh boy, that's gonna be huge.
That's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm. Now, also keep a close eye on what's going on with the Fever. Caitlin Clark carrying this team to the playoffs. That is saying something.
If it stands like
They
this,
started.
they're
Hey,
starting.
you got to look at this as a story. The Fever, they started slow, but ever since they allowed Caitlin Clark to do her thing,
they just hit the ground running.
Exactly.
It's like they were starting off slow, and then when Caitlin Clark did her thing, they just chugged 85 octane and just went,
Yeah. Now let me just bring this up because we got some big games tonight on the court. First of all,
we got some heavy hitters. We got some heavy hitters tonight. Starting off tonight over at St. Elizabeth's East Entertainment and Sports Complex. That is a mouthful in of itself. The Mystics and the Liberty are going to do battle at 7:00.
Well, let me bring this up a little bit because there could be some scoreboard watching. First and foremost, because we're going on 30 minutes later. We got the Sky and the Dream. And
that's gonna be. You can check that out on Peacock if you want. If you get a chance. Also at 7 o'clock.
Hold on, Jacob. Let me just dive in this a little bit because, like I said, the Mystics, the Sky, and the Dream. All three of these teams, they're tied for that last playoff spot. And you know what? The final playoff spot could be decided tonight.
It could be either tonight or Thursday night. Safe to say, by the time the season wraps up this Thursday, we will know who is going to be fighting in the playoffs for that WNBA title.
Yeah, here's another two good matchups that's coming up. And as you said, it's at the same time as Liberty and Mystics. We got the Connecticut Sun playing host to the Minnesota Lynx.
You can check this out on NBC Sports. NBC Sports, as this game's going to be at the Mohegan Sun Arena. Safe to say, these two teams are not going to let off the throttle if they know they need to stay in top form before the playoffs.
Now, let me also bring this up because I spoke about this. This could be a possible first round matchup. We got the Aces and the Storm.
Definitely.
Oh, that's going to be on NBA TV.
Playoff preview tonight at 10:00 in Seattle at Climate Pledge Arena, formerly known as the Key Arena. It is still the Key Arena in my heart because I grew up to it. It's gonna be a barn burner to say the least. And the bookers agree to it because they're saying on the over under there's gonna be a high scoring showdown.
Oh yeah,
162.5.
Oh,
that's odd because ESPN Bet has a 163.5.
Oh, it's time to batten down the hatches. What do you think, guys?
Now,
what do you think? Are they going to go over or are they going to go under?
Hey boys, I'm gonna say some wild shit. You ready?
Go for it.
Give me the over.
Oh, he wants the over. Well, if you bet on the over, it's a 115 bet on the over, believe it or not. So if you bet $10, you will get $18.70 back. So basically, it's basically a 15-to-1 odds.
I just want to point out, I didn't know Zach decided to become Jimmy the Greek all of a sudden. By the way, the spread is a little wide, but it could be caught. The spread is given it to Las Vegas by 8.5. Now, the final game of the evening is going to be on the CBS Sports Network. It's going to be the Mercury and the Sparks.
If you can't find it on the CBS Sports Network, or you don't have it subscribed, it is also going to be on Amazon Prime because they actually do stream WNBA games on Amazon Prime as well.
Now, Thursday's games, and we're just gonna go through this real quick. This is the last because, like you guys brought up, Thursday is the last.
It's the season finale, so it's only fair. On Thursday night, starting off at the 7 o'clock games, we got a triple header at 7 o'clock. Starting off in New York at the Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. It'll be the Dream and the Liberty.
Also, we got the Sky and the Sun. So that's gonna be a very interesting matchup.
And then rounding out the 7 o'clock games at the Capital One Center. This is the Mystics will be playing host to the Fever of Indiana.
Let me bring this up. The only reason why this game is in the Capital One Arena instead of the arena they was playing in this evening, Caitlin Clark.
Enough said.
I've been in the Capital One. It's a hell of a venue, although I've been there for a hockey game.
Fair enough. Then at 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. The Lynx will go head-to-head with the LA Sparks.
You know something? I just want to point this out. Sparks just want this season to end.
They just want to get out of here and head down to Long Beach and start tanning.
Yeah, now, meanwhile, another team that wants this season to end and could not end soon enough, we got the Wings and the Aces at the Michelob Ultra Arena in Vegas.
Yep, the Wings just dying to have them Wings finally clipped and they could just fall down from grace while the Aces are still locking and loading their weapons ready for the playoffs.
Absolutely, and the last game of the regular season is the Storm and the Mercury.
Yep, that game will be at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona.
Let me bring this up a little bit before we switch to the NBA. Brittany Griner is having a wonderful season, 18.2 points per game.
Wow, very good.
I feel like if she's had a rough year last year, I feel like she had a chance to might get Most Improved Player of the Year.
Not only that, but this is kind of a little bit of a bounce back kind of year for Brittany Griner, because remember what she had to deal with?
Yeah, with all the BS you had to go through across the globe.
Yeah.
That's not good.
All right, let's
switch to the
NBA because we're not going to be here long because there's not been going on because the season's not open yet. It doesn't start till
Jacob, because we are about a week away from training camp.
Training camp is next week, but the season doesn't start till October, so hold your horses.
Yeah, October 4th is when it starts, and the good news is we got to see a couple of games that's about to be up on that.
I was about to say the preseason is scheduled to start on the 4th.
Oh yeah.
All the preseason starts on the 4th. Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Well, for preseason.
I was about to say, hold on, Brandon, because the Celtics and the Nuggets, they're going to do battle at Abu Dhabi.
Oh yeah, no, not Abu Dhabi. It's Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi
in the UAE, basically the UAE.
Yeah,
It's going to be the first time the NBA is going to be heading out to the Middle East for an international game.
Me and Jeffrey Albritton might have to watch that.
The game's gonna be at noon, so you will be able to check that game out, and it will be on NBC Sports. NBC Sports, so that's a big note one. Now, some big rumors we've been hearing through the rumor mill because we do have our ears to the ground of what's been going on in the NBA, and one of the big ones is that we talked about this last week about Adam Silver having the talks about
expansion,
being in the talks but not there yet. But the talks about the expansion is still in the rumbling, so much so that the owner of the Oklahoma City Thunder said that if Seattle does get an expansion team, they will gladly hand over the rights, the logos, the team history, and the colors to the Seattle Supersonics back to Seattle for the team.
I just want to point this out. I mean, it seems only fair considering how the NBA practically let Clay Bennett steal the Sonics right out of Seattle. So it would seem only fair that Seattle would get an expansion team. Now the question is, how many is the NBA going to expand by? Are they going to go by 2 teams? And I think that would be the most logical number because the NFL is at 32 and the NHL is at 32. So
if they go by 2, it'll be smart. They can have one in the Eastern Conference and one in the Western Conference.
Hold on, Jacob. What they could do, since apparently both teams will be in the West. I'm just assuming.
Yeah, Vegas, Seattle.
One either Memphis or New Orleans is going to have to move to the East.
Which honestly, I feel like New Orleans needs to move to the East because it makes a lot of sense to be should be in the Southeastern Division. Honestly,
agreed. Yeah.
Now, I think honestly,
never mind. I'll let you guys.
I'm about to say now, Memphis to me, I think they're a little bit more Eastern than New Orleans.
I feel like the best division for them will be the Central Division because they feel like they fit more perfectly in the Central Division.
So what I would do, and this is just my opinion, what I would do is I would move Memphis to the East and basically do like what the NHL has. They have 32 teams and they have 4 8-team divisions.
Yep.
That's
They-
what.
Which
And
is actually a smart call, actually, and the NBA would do that as well. And in your mind, how would you have the divisions set up?
Well, now to me, I would do the Atlantic and the Central, and do the Midwest and the Pacific.
Okay.
Now to me, and I'll make this quick because we're a little bit compressed for time. To me, I go. I have naturally Philadelphia, Boston, New York, Brooklyn.
And don't forget the Knicks.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, that's what I said. New York.
Oh yeah, you're right. You did. My bad.
Miami, Florida, Miami, and Orlando. I would put them in the Atlantic. Central, I would go Chicago, Cleveland, Memphis, Indiana, Milwaukee, Toronto, Atlanta. That would be my Central. And I'm just naming names out of the hat right now. I'm not gonna go through all 32 of them because
again, we're not Adam Silver. We don't run the National Basketball Association.
Mm-hmm.
We're just speculating.
Yeah. Now,
anyways, as you guys are just talking, there's some words being thrown out here, and one of them is about an extension.
All right.
No. Oh wait, never mind. It is a free agency thing. But they like no matter what, the Cavs had re-signed one of their draftees.
Okay.
Yeah. Isaac Okoro.
Isaac
All right.
Okoro, 3-year deal worth $38 million.
That's saying something. Yeah, that is indeed saying something. Indeed. Now, head on out
to it,
the
and I'm pretty
ice.
sure Jose Miguel can actually find it.
Yeah.
We're not too much big
If you
news
can
going on
find
in the
it, it's
NHL
about
world. Just some big contracts being restructured.
Mhm.
I do know that the preseason will be coming up this weekend. Actually,
Let me check real quick on the. We do got the preseason this weekend. Saturday we got the Blues and the Stars. Be a very interesting game. We also got the Penguins, who re-signed Sidney Crosby.
Season start. Wait, hold up. The NHL season starting soon?
No,
No,
the preseason is starting this weekend.
yeah, the preseason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it's preseason.
Yeah.
So I do want to point this out, right? That just like the NFL preseason, I would say that we should watch these to see like what kind of flaws are in what kind of flaws we see and like what should they do to like avoid such problems. If that makes
keep
sense.
an eye on it. Basically, see if there's
Yeah,
anything,
basically. There you go. Thank you. Bingo.
Keep an eye on it and basically see if there's anything noteworthy.
Mhm.
Yes. Continue, Carter. I'm sorry.
Yes, okay. We got the Penguins and the Sabres who about this up. Pittsburgh re-signed Sidney Crosby to a 2-year deal.
I brought this up.
Yeah, so it's a 2-year deal for Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And
$8.7 million.
we also got the Wild and the Jets coming up. Also, the Utah Hockey Club will make their preseason debut on Sunday against the Blues.
Yep, and that'll
Let's
be
see how
at
they do.
the Wells
See how
Fargo
Utah- see how
Arena.
Utah does. Let's see how Utah does, because I'm actually interested to see how they do in the preseason.
Yeah, because there's a lot of hype there, and let's see how they do. Let's see how they could do in their inaugural season.
There's a lot of hype,
Absolutely, 'cause
but I want to get down to a minimum.
Yeah,
don't put any false hope.
There's no word on what they're gonna do about the Coyotes situation. Whether or not they're gonna just consider the team folded or not, I'm not too sure. There's no word what they're gonna do about that. Now, let's go ahead and shift gears and head on out to let's go ahead and head on out to college football.
Yeah, because a lot of crazy shit happened in week 2. And speaking of which,
there's something I got to bring up on the NBA side that we passed up. And
okay, well we
Go
got
ahead.
it was about the Sacramento Kings in this upcoming season.
Okay, what do you got?
Go ahead.
So do we know that this upcoming season is about to be their 40th year?
Wow, 40 years in the NBA.
No, 40 years in Sacramento.
And to celebrate that, they're bringing back one of their classic jerseys.
Ooh, really?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and it's the one from 2002 to 2008.
Oh, I remember those jerseys. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say the one which when Chris Webber was on the team.
Yeah, Chris Webber, Mike Bibby.
Wasn't that the year the Young Kings got screwed? Got screwed.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's gonna bring back a little bit of nostalgia, but a lot of salt.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's gonna be worn throughout this season, so.
For reference, this is what you're talking about, correct?
Yeah, let's see it. Let's take a look.
That's correct.
Yeah, them. Yeah. Those bring back good memories. Yeah.
Now I can see them part of my. I don't think they'll wear it for the whole season. But,
they can do it for maybe the anniversary, like some anniversary games. They can use it for
Is there any of my Dairy Milk left?
Or they can use.
They said they're fit. Well, the good news is they're officially going to bring that up in its debut at the Golden One Center when they play against the Brooklyn Nets.
I'll be right back, y'all.
All right.
So they're gonna be worn it on 7 more occasions throughout the upcoming season.
Okay, so it's gonna be it's gonna be their third jersey, basically.
In a sense.
In a sense, basically.
That's understandable.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Thanks for bringing that up there. Y'all can check that out if you want on Twitter. So let's get back to college football because we got a lot to talk about. What happened?
Let me say something real quick before I play the elimination tracker video. I just want to point this out that if you're a fan of Florida State, how do you feel?
Yeah, seriously, are you okay? You okay, Seminole fans? You've been hitting the heavy stuff a little bit too hard there, buddy.
No kidding. No kidding. That's Cody's job to hit the heavy stuff.
I'm back, boys. I'm on Florida. Hey, boys, I know y'all are kind of talking all over each other. Can we not do that? Can I cut in, please?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's cut it back. Yeah, but yeah, thank you, Zach. Thank you, Zach, for helping us out on that one. But yeah, seriously, to all the young Seminole fans, if you want to cut back on some stuff, we can get you some water. We got some good water on tap.
Or a good cup of coffee, because unfortunately, I am a FSU fan.
All the whiskey in the bar's gone. I drank all of it.
Yeah, we had a break in.
Damn it, Cody. I'm putting that on your tab. Okay.
What? That Jack Daniels needed me.
Look, make sure you buy some more to restock, please, next time.
Yeah. Hold on for a second. Let's get him in here.
The Brits in the house. Welcome in.
Smug-face Brit as we get into the NFL. I'm hoping.
First things first, we're getting into college football. And we're talking about how Florida State. What happened to your asses? Y'all got dog walked by Memphis of all people.
How much they paid Memphis?
Well, hold on. First of all, let me bring this up real quick because their head coach Mike Nova, Florida State's head coach Mike Nova, he was discussing about his team being 0-3, and he was saying, "Well, we had to play against 3 perennial powerhouses. That's how come we're 0-3." Now, I was saying to myself, I didn't know Memphis. I didn't know Memphis,
powerhouse team.
Georgia Tech, and
wait, what?
College were powerhouses. I mean, what did I miss the memo?
Right?
By the way, I know he said he had a prior engagement last week, but I do find it oddly suspicious Weevil into you.
Well, he's actually doing something right now, but I don't have.
I haven't heard anything from Guru.
Yeah,
very soon.
When we get to the NFL portion, I do want to bring something up. The Cane has returned.
We'll get to it. Hold on.
Later, because there's one other thing I want to do after.
But yeah. Speaking of FSU, unfortunately, let's take a look at the elimination tracker and see who's left in the hunt for the college football playoffs. Take it away.
Welcome back to Week 3 of the College Football Playoff Elimination Tracker. As always, the rules. For Power Conference teams, it's 3 losses and you're out. For the Group of 5s, it's 2 losses and you're done. The only loss that instantly eliminates a team is a loss against an FCS opponent, and a P5 team losing to a G5 does not count as instant elimination. Also, when your team is eliminated, they do not come back. That's it. You're done. See you next year. With all that being said, we came into the week with 118 teams. Let's see who bowed out in Week 3. And that leaves us with exactly 100 teams still in the hunt for the college football playoff. And there are 3 elimination games this week. Mississippi State versus Florida, West Virginia versus Kansas, and Kentucky versus Ohio. The loser of these games is out. So, think your team's getting in? Let me know in the comments.
Hold on. Let me do the top 10 real quick. In the AP top 10.
Yeah, make it quick.
Yeah, Texas is now number 1.
Nice.
This is actually the interesting part. In the top 10, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 SEC teams in the top 10.
Yeah. Texas is number 1. Georgia is number 2. Ohio State is number 3. Alabama's number 4. Ole Miss is number 5. Tennessee is number 6. Missouri is number 7. Miami is number 8. Oregon is number 9. And Penn State is number 10.
And here's the crazy thing with the
hold on, Brandon. By the way, Jacob, that's 6 teams.
Yeah, I miscounted. Yeah, my apologies. But yeah, 6 SEC teams in the top 10, and 4 of them are grouped within each other between 4 through 7.
Talk about super conference.
All right, go ahead, Brandon.
This is the crazy thing with Texas because they haven't been in the top spot since Jesus Christ.
2008.
Since they had Will Young.
That's the one.
Jesus, here comes Jamal.
Hold on. Now, let me just bring this up real quick. Before we turn the floor over to Jamal, let me bring this up real quick.
I wanted to talk about something.
Well, hold on, Cody. Just to bring this up a little bit. The main reason how come Texas is number 1 is because Georgia had a scare in Kentucky.
They did.
They almost lost.
They almost lost for Kentucky. If Kentucky didn't forgot, they could punt on 4th down.
Now, I just want to say
decision.
this. Now, I just want to point this out real quick because SEC Shorts did a video and they was mocking about Georgia. And one of the guys said, "Welcome to the Thunderdome of Kroger Field." I mean,
what?
Oh my god! It was great.
All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
can I say something for Jamal?
Oh my god!
Go ahead, Cody.
I know we are sprinting for time because of what NFL is. We talked about the NHL and NBA. There was some news about the Chicago Sports Network.
Cody, hold on. Stop. Let me go ahead because I saw the story. Chicago Sports Network is going to use one of the sub-channels of the Chicago station to broadcast their games.
Two substations. They're going over the air.
Sub channels. Yeah. So and let me put it this way. Hold on. Let me just put it this way. We don't live in Chicago. We're nowhere near Chicago. I know that might make you happy, but the rest of us just don't care.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right.
We were told to give someone the floor to start NFL.
Yes, we
go.
Jamal, you may want to unmute yourself.
All right, Jamal, go ahead before I interrupt.
I'll get this set up. Jamal, the floor is yours. Have fun.
Yeah, we'll leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start breaking down these NFL games slowly but surely, and I'll save the Ravens and Raiders for last. Anyone who decides to chime in and have an issue with that, there's a reason why. And two, I'm feeling very petty, so if you want to do that at your own risk, knowing damn well I have control of a certain server that all of you occupy.
Yeah.
So feel free to test your luck.
You have been warned. You have been warned. Go ahead, Jamal. This is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with the Thursday night game. Prayers for Tua Tagovailoa edition. As the Dolphins found themselves getting body bagged by Buffalo, which kind of proves a point that I've known.
Well, hold on. There is an update on Tua Tagovailoa. He's gonna be on the IR, so he's gonna miss about 4 games.
Oof, that's the Dolphin season over.
Oh, most definitely. And honestly, if anything, Tua, my man, I feel like all of us could agree. Tua, I don't think being a quarterback here is not worth it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not room for us to say anything because he still wants to play.
James Cook's on fire with the Bills.
Anywho, Buffalo win an easy 31-10. Not really a shock. They're still going to win their division because what team in that division is stopping them?
Nope.
What team is seriously going to stop them? Yeah, the Patriots have had good luck, but how long is that luck going to continue before it runs dry?
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, that's just one game. In the upset of the week, or an arguable upset of the week, the Niners lost to the Vikings, to Sam Darnold. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
The Vikings are something.
How do you lose to Sam Darnold?
This
don't
is
get me
great
wrong.
for me.
He had a good game for himself.
I'll tell you why they lost. Brian Flores.
Possible. Or that's
why they lost. That man cooked up a scheme which had those 49ers. And by the way, this is the other thing about the Niners. They are an Avengers squad. They really fucking are. Look at it. Debo's going to be out a couple of weeks. That fucks me a bit in fantasy. But at least I'm 2-0. Hopefully it's only a 2 to 3 week break. McCaffrey's IR right now. That's like 5 weeks, ain't it?
Let me interject because some tells me this coming week when the 49ers and the Rams do battle, it's going to be an injury bowl.
Well, we're going to get into the Rams in a bit, but let's just say I think the 49ers will bounce back in that game, but if they lose that, I'm liking the state of the NFC West.
Let me continue.
Okay.
The Seahawks beat the Patriots by the skin of their teeth. I will still stand on that.
Oh, I agree. But New England are a better team than I think everyone's saying they are.
Anyway.
I think New England are a more than 5. What was their win line this season? I think it was like 5 wins, 6.
Hold on. Let me pull it up from the voice of Evan.
Are you talking about a whole season game?
I'm on about a whole season. What was the
under on wins? I'm getting it up right now.
5 to 6 wins, roughly.
Yeah. Like that's what I mean. And I think if you've seen that New England team, one thing they have is a defense. Christian Gonzalez is a
Saints come marching in. Oh, when the Saints come marching in, I'm gonna stomp on them Cowboys. Oh, when the Saints come marching in.
played that? Because it is fun.
Well, that was a weird time.
Who played that? Who played that?
Who
played that? Who played that?
All right,
Oh, good.
I just wanted. We'll get into that in a sec. But yeah, New England were like predicting what 5-6 wins, correct?
No, it's lower than that. The Vegas actually said the win line for them was 4.5 games.
Oh, they'll be over that. I think anyone saying New England won't be over that is a lunatic, because they've got, for me, Brissett can win you a few games. They've got a good running back in Ramondre Stevenson. He's actually helping me a lot in fantasy as a good flex option. And you know, the defense, in my opinion, is like still top 15, top 10 in the league. They'll be over. Jamal can move on though. So a very good, ugly away win for the Seahawks. And trust me, I think there's a high chance we go 3-0 this week, considering what we'll be getting into later the games upcoming. But go ahead.
First of all, who expected this? Atlanta beating the.
Hold on.
All the way to we gotta wait for that, Brandon.
I've been waiting.
Don't jump the gun.
I've been waiting. Y'all been letting me wait. I'm gonna have my time with this.
Go ahead.
By the way, Brandon, since you want to talk, I'm glad my team doesn't have the most embarrassing loss, because how do y'all Hold on. 3 touchdowns. No touchdowns from the Commanders, and you lose to them with all field goals.
Bro, I never understood that myself, if you want me to be real here. I never understood that.
Your team is a literal walking embarrassment right now.
Dumpster fire. Dumpster fire.
Besides,
you can't even blame Daniel Jones for this.
Hello. I never, bro. I don't know what the hell Coach DeBall is thinking when he said that he's trusting more on Daniel Jones. Like,
Daniel Jones did not lose y'all that game. Brian Dable lost y'all that game. What are you doing? Graham Gano got hurt, yes, but you have a backup kicker for these situations. You don't just go for twos the entire game. Not against a team that is
they
scrappy.
said they didn't have one for some reason. Like, bro, what?
You telling me you can't find one kicker out of the 50 that could go into the NFL right now? Are you stupid?
I don't know what the ball is thinking after that.
Dable need to get slapped in the head with a fucking brick. But I'll leave that alone because I'm being nice. Anywho, the Chargers beat the Panthers. No shock.
Nope.
They outright curb stomped them.
Greg
no shock
Roman.
there.
Nope.
I'm afraid I have some bad news for John Harbaugh. If this keeps up, I'm really going to want your head on a stick, you bastard. But I'm going to save you for later.
So
Congratulations, Chargers. You're on the W train.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the Saints for upsetting the Cowboys and completely violating them like they're no business. What a shock that was.
How about them Cowboys?
Derek Carr actually knows how to drive the vehicle. He had the stick shift on. He knew how to drive. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a miracle, actually. Here's the thing. I wasn't expecting the Saints to actually show up and do work against them boys, okay? But to be honest, I should have, because it's considering the fact it's them boys.
It's the Cowboys. I don't get why. I don't.
Also, they've been saying that they're all in. Like, all in on point.
Hold on, gentlemen. Let me just put it this way: we should have expected this. Why?
Mediocre team and Big D. That's what makes this funny. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Some way, somehow, when they count just way, they will let you down. Accident.
I will get to the Cowboys in a minute.
All I gotta say is this: Stephen A. Smith, you're a punk and you know it.
But he's right.
He's not.
This is the accident waiting to happen.
I will get to the Cowboys in a minute.
I'm not just saying that because of how he does the Cowboys. I'm just saying that in general. If you know, you know.
Just let
let's continue, please, because this is getting.
Hey, Cody, welcome to the L train along with us.
Yeah.
You lost to Malik Willis. How do you do that? How? You have Anthony Richardson out there throwing interceptions, mind you, so that's not really good either. But even still, how do you lose to Malik Willis? How do you make him look good? This is crazy. Y'all played well against Houston. How the fuck do you do that? That's embarrassing. And trust me, that's not the last embarrassing loss of this week.
No, it's not.
Browns with the Eric Bischoff and the Bill Cosby of the NFL. Deshaun Watson pulled off a sneaky, desperate win against the Jags because the Jags somehow have proven they're even more mid than I thought. So congratulations, Jacksonville. You can't even do Baltimore a favor. So, kindly move yourself to the gulag. The Jets beat the Titans in a game that shouldn't have been that close to begin with. Aaron Rodgers, the fuck are you doing? I know you won, but goddamn, bro, you should not have been struggling that hard against Tennessee.
Yeah,
what are we doing? What are we doing? Will Levis, you are ass. You got my man Malik over here experiencing PTSD and being unhappy because he's trying to enjoy being a Titans fan. You're not helping the situation.
That is true.
Thank God for Calvin Ridley because he caught a TD that kept them in the game, even though they choked it away. So it is what it is. Titans took the L. Here we are.
Can I come in right quick?
You might want to hurry up and make it quick because it's going to get a lot worse.
Oh, no.
All I'm about to say, I ain't watched a lick of football yet this season, and I'm glad. Because if I did, I'd be right there with you, bruh.
Speaking of things, hey, Carter. Yeah, somebody put Carter right up on here. I need him to listen to what I'm about to tell him. Is he on the screen? Can he hear what I'm about to tell him?
I'm on the screen.
I told you. I fucking told you. I told you the Buccaneers could have won that game. All of you bet on the Lions except for me. Look who was right. It's almost like I know football.
Let me point this out. That's just how come I got the Pikachu. Look, because I was like, wait, we won? Because Baker Mayfield got sacked like 5 times during that game, and we still won.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson had a monster game.
He had a monster game, but it wasn't enough to keep the Lions from embarrassing themselves.
No, Coach Campbell needs to learn about clock management.
I'm going to skip the Raiders and Ravens game because that's the main event of me being here in the first place. And I'm going to get to that because I have the most irrigation, the most salt for that in particular. So I'm going to skip that very briefly. The Cardinals blew the Rams back out like it's another edition of porn stars.
I saw this coming. I picked the cards, if you remember.
Kyler Murray had himself a really good game. Marvin Harrison Jr. had himself a really good game. The Cardinals defense had themselves a good game. The Cardinals offense had themselves a good game. The Rams just basically looked like they were taking back shots for free. Like, what are we doing here? Can y'all play? Do y'all have football in you?
We all
wait. You lost it when you lost Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. So, guess what? Tough titty.
We'll see a season ender this week with third game upcoming this week. And you know what game I'm on about? If I'm
we'll get to that in a second. But let's get back to let his anger out.
We got the Chiefs and the Bengals. And the Bengals made the one mistake that Baltimore did last week. You don't give the Chiefs enough room to capitalize off the referees.
Yeah.
Not to mention that Bengals player made that dumbass decision.
It was a
PI.
penalty.
That dumbass gave them the room to win that game. So honestly, the Bengals have no one to blame but themselves. And I'm glad you're down here with the Ravens at 0-2 because quite frankly, we both deserve it considering how we let the Steelers and the Browns be ahead of the both of us. So quite frankly, I am already mellowed out as far as
and it was a PI. It was a PI. That before Quickly, before anyone says, the Chiefs got a lucky call, no, it was pass interference.
No, it was textbook pass. It was pass interference.
Speaking of the Steelers, in one of the most boring games of the week, but somehow they still win. They beat the Broncos 13-6. And all I gotta say is, fuck you, Perna, for cursing us the first week and extending this curse to this week. You fucking bastard. I hope the Broncos go 0-17 and you have to sit there and believe that your team is not a failure. Go fuck yourself.
Sean Payton.
The Texans barely slipping past the Bears. That's kind of concerning. Texans having 2 tough games where they probably should have won both of those pretty comfortably.
What have I said about what kept Chicago in that game? And I mean it. Chicago's defense. Have I not said that?
What didn't keep them in the game was Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
and that's not a good sign.
I think he'll come good, but Chicago's defense is top 10 in the league.
Texans got to figure stuff out because you make things tough. My prediction of Kansas City probably going for a 3-peat is not going to change.
Nope. They didn't change it for anyone, I think.
And then the Falcons upsetted the Eagles in one of the most what in the fuck is going on games of the whole season.
Hi, Sean Walsh.
How the fuck did Philly lose to Kirk Cousins in the Falcons?
In prime time? How do you lose to Kirk Cousins in prime time?
Exactly.
Kirk Cousins, the only thing he knows how to do in prime time is give out blowjobs. But apparently, Jalen Hurts was the one giving out a blowjob because here we are. The Eagles lost the game. How do you do that? Why did you do that? I don't get it. But now, to the main reason why I'm here in the fucking first place.
Here we go.
Oh, you had this coming from last week, by the way, just before he starts, when he said to me, and you all remember this, remember when Jamal said to me, if Seattle lose to New England, be here. And I said, I'll be here. You be right here, same place if you fuck it up against the Raiders. So here you go, Jamal. The floor is yours.
I mean, the floor has been mine for the whole majority of this, but I will go ahead and stamp the seal on it. Congratulations to the Raiders for coming to play football, for not getting too diluted in their own dumbassery, much like a certain coach that I'm going to get to in a second. A 26-23 victory for the Raiders. Antonio Pierce is probably somewhere yelling out in pure joy, and I don't blame him because that's a meaningful win for them. That aside, let's just go on ahead and address the really big monkey in the room.
Oh, here we go.
Mr. Harbug, I'd like to have a conversation with you. And by conversation, I mean I would love to cuss you out if I ever had a chance. Because how the fuck does this happen? Every single year, there are these couple of games where the Ravens should win on paper, but they somehow lose. And they don't lose outright. They lose by a field goal or by 1 touchdown. How the fuck does this keep happening? Every single fucking year. How is it that you still have a job when all you are is basically a lesser version of Mike Tomlin? How does this keep happening? You are coasting off of the 1 Super Bowl ring you got in 2012, and you somehow still have a job. Maybe because you and Eric DeCosta are neighbors. I don't know. Maybe that's a crazy thought on my end. But it's a little frustrating to keep watching you do incompetent plays and then piss off the fan base more than you already have. You want an example? Why the fuck was Justice Hill trying to block Chris Jones in the fucking AFC Championship game? Why is Justice Hill trying to stop Chris Jones? That sounds like a bad fucking idea. You know what else is a bad idea? Not having Roger Rosengarten on Max Crosby for the entire game. You let Max Crosby get to Lamar Jackson quite a few times, or at least get close, and you got Lamar out here looking like, fuck, man. I'm trying my hardest to do some shit, but I keep getting hit. Oh, I wonder why. Because maybe our O-line isn't great. It has problems. It needs work. But I'm sitting here looking at this, and I'm like, how many times do I have to keep going through this cycle of this team having hope, having aspirations, having people say this team could be a Super Bowl team, and then getting punched in the nuts at full force by one random game they choose to lose? Why does this cycle keep fucking repeating? This is annoying. This is aggravating. This makes you want to punch a hole in a fucking brick wall. You want to know what annoys me the most? This bitch-ass motherfucker, John Harbaugh, has a history of wasted challenges, questionable time management, and bad player placement. The fuck are you doing? Why are you throwing out useless challenges for fucking Devontae Adams catching a clean-ass pass? Why did you waste that challenge? Why? Why did you waste the challenge when we could have had it, maybe for something that was a bit more useful? We lost timeouts because you're a fucking moron. You lose timeouts because you want to throw out these stupid, goofy, brain-dead challenges and cost us timeouts that we could have used to help us win football games. I am tired of this. I am tired of the excuses that you get for years and years. I've been wanting your head on a stick. You annoy me so much because we could win games. You weren't being a fucking idiot. Stop doing stupid things. We could have won certain games had you not made stupid calls, wasted challenges, killed off timeouts. We could have done something, but we keep losing games when we shouldn't be. On my own personal behalf, if you got fired, I would understand why. I'm not going to celebrate your firing because it feels like that'd be fucked up. But I won't lie to you, I would understand why. Because you have infuriated the absolute fuck out of the Ravens fan base for years. You are so lucky that Lamar is talented. You are so lucky you have Tucker, you have Lamar, you have Suggs, you had Ray Lewis. You are lucky you had this talent, because if you weren't having that talent around you, you didn't have that one ring, you'd be fucking gone. Jesus Christ, Mr. Harbaugh. Get this fucking team together. Or otherwise, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to just go ahead and spoil how I'm feeling about the Week 3 game. The Cowboys are going to beat us. Why? Because Harbaugh is going to find a way to fuck it up. And he's going to do it in a manner that's going to make the blood vessels in my fucking brain break.
Can I say
Till
this?
you can get your fucking shit together, I don't want to hear no Ravens fan praising you. I am tired of the excuses. I am tired of the failure. Get this fucking team together, you fucking bitch. God damn, you pissed me off.
If there's ever a tool, if there's ever a definition of a tool, that's it right there.
He's not a tool. He's a used condom.
This is
Jesus.
Why
you gotta cut the man off like that, though? Come on, I already warned y'all about cutting people off already tonight. God damn.
God damn. Used condom salesman ass motherfucker. Win these fucking games, and I don't have to keep getting heated. Win these fucking games, and I don't have to keep doubting my team at the randomest of points. People wonder why I give the Ravens so much shit, because look who we have as a head coach. This dude who likes pissing me off. Also, don't get me started on Ronnie Stamp. Jose, I'm a beat the dog shit out of you if you play that guitar, even for one fucking millisecond.
It's actually a violation.
I don't give a fuck what it is. I will put my foot up your ass so fucking quickly. I'm not even playing.
Here's what's funny. Well, here's what's funny. When like we're gonna get into next week's game. I want to get into next week's games because I'll go on my point then. Okay.
Oh yeah. And speaking of next week, it starts on Thursday as the Jets play host to the Patriots.
Well, hold on. Before we do
that's Thursday night football.
Wait a minute.
Something to say.
Wait a minute. I gotta say before we do hit next week's games, I gotta talk about what's going on in Carolina. First.
Actually, I need to rant on this.
Oh yeah, that one.
Because Bryce Young.
Oh, do I? I need to rant on this too.
Hold on. Because Bryce, boy, everyone's taking a number. Okay, let me go ahead and get to what I was trying to say. Bryce Young was benched for Andy Dalton. Now, let me just point this out real quick because, if anything, I know I hate that this happened, but this had to happen. I mean, you saw how the kid performed against the Chargers over the weekend, and you saw how he performed against the Saints last week. The problem is not Bryce Young. The problem is David Tepper. Because here's the thing. Number one, you pretty much traded the farm just to draft Bryce Young. You traded your wide receiver. You traded pretty much any weapon, not to mention any dignity that you had to the Chicago Bears, just so you can draft number one and get Bryce Young. Now, here's the thing. David Tepper pretty much ruined this team, first ran this team down to the ground. And I know there's gonna be folks gonna be saying, well, Bryce Young is, it's Bryce Young's fault. It's not his fault. I mean, what do you expect the kid to do? And there's no weapon for him to throw to, and there's no line to protect him. And the way how like I said, the way how he lost to the Chargers yesterday, 26-3.
Yep.
That was a swift kick to the stomach. And I know the coach of this team, of the Panthers, his name's not coming to my head. But
Dave Canellis. Dave Canellis.
Yeah, Canellis is saying, we're making this change. We're doing it. Canellis knows that pretty much his job is on the line because they're struggling. And David Tepper, ever heard the saying the buck stops here? I mean, and if you want to blame someone, start off at the head. I mean, someone needs to step in and just say, okay, then David, you're the owner. You're not there. You're not Jerry Jones Jr. Please step away from the team. Just pay our bills. Just sign the checks. Let the coach the team. Let the general manager bring in some weapons. Because let's face it, this season's pretty much washed at this point. They're 0-2. And it's just frustrating of what's going on in Carolina. But you know what? That's all I gotta say. Anyone
hand me that shit. I'm not done. I'm not done.
Go on.
He's not finished.
I want to go on this. I'm gonna go after you, Jamal.
What now?
I got a little bit to say about the Ravens too, but go ahead, Jamal.
Quite frankly, I don't even want to hear more from Baltimore because nothing that I could say anymore would detail the curb stomping frustration. But that's besides the point. I will say something that people ain't gonna like me saying, but we're gonna go ahead and be out and about. Bad O-line, you say. Tell that to Mr. Joe Burrow, who got to the Super Bowl with a bad O-line. How much of that is an excuse? We can't even say that people don't get to Super Bowls with bad O-lines because that does happen. Again, Joe Burrow keeps getting hit. Somehow made it to the Super Bowl. So even that for Bryce Young is kind of beginning to look like an excuse. What if the possibility is he's just not as good as people believe he is? Maybe Tom Brady and what he said a couple of days ago turns out to be true. These teams want to rush these QBs out of college and onto the field instead of giving them time to grow, giving them time to experience being an NFL QB, giving them the proper training and experience to be ready for these kind of situations. But instead, you just throw these QBs out there and you expect miracles. You know what kind of pressure that puts on someone like Bryce Young or on Caleb Williams? A lot of pressure.
Amen.
Not everyone can handle that pressure. But at the same time, it's on you to deliver. And so far, Bryce Young has not delivered. He only has, 2 wins and a lot of losses. That's not a good sign. No matter how many times you mention, well, he doesn't have a good O-line. He doesn't have the weapons. He has Deontay Johnson. Not really helping out his case, but he has Deontay Johnson. He has Thielen. Those aren't bad players.
No,
but the fact of the matter is, he's being let down, but he's also not exactly playing up to the standard that he should be playing either. I blame multiple things for why Bryce Young is the position he's in. I blame the NFL for doing this whole thing of let's get these college QBs straight to the NFL. No kind of training whatsoever so they can be prepared for that. I blame Dave Tepper for being Dan Schneider 2.0. A lazy
Damn.
bitch.
He's right.
I don't blame him.
I
Yeah.
blame the head coach for not seeing that Bryce Young is under a lot of pressure and not swapping him out sooner. And I blame, most of all, well, actually, no, I got everyone who I wanted to blame for it. But I do want to put some blame at Bryce Young because at the end of the day, you have seen your fellow QBs who have struggled with bad offensive lines succeed. I'm going to get to a point where I'm not going to have the same patience for you that I would have for Burrow. You got to do better. And if you can't, you're going to be a backup. Tough titty.
I think we got to be fair. I agree that Bryce Young has not played up to his ability from the player we saw in college. I'm totally with Jamal on that. However, let's remember, he's once again dealing with a new QB coach, a new fucking head coach this year. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
He's no
That's
bench.
that can apply to
like the Panthers as a fucking organization have been a literal dumpster fire. They really have been. And for me, I feel bad for fucking, let's say they tank the season. You want to be Cade Otton going in the Texas QB who's rumored to go number 1 in the draft? Do you want to be that? I don't want to be there. And for me, I think the best thing for Bryce Young would be to get the fuck out of Carolina. Get yourself
That's
out
exactly
of
what I'm
Carolina.
saying.
Get
That's what I'm saying,
get
Victor.
out of Carolina. Get yourself as a backup, which I don't think will be a dig at him. I think he'll do, and I think he could flourish in the later years. I think right now Bryce Young needs to just sit behind, learn systems in a proper system, unlike that dumpster fire in Carolina, and I think he'll be much better off.
It goes right back.
The fucking
It
Panthers.
goes right back to what I just said about Tom Brady being correct.
Yep.
Try to throw these QBs into these situations without giving them the proper training that they need to be prepared for it. And thus, you end up failing them. While they also end up failing the team. I.e., no one really wins. Because everyone looks bad.
I agree.
So again, it's not really entirely disproving everything I just said. If anything, it validates it even further.
Yeah,
Stop putting these guys in bad situations.
Man, can I say this quickly about the Panthers' record since David Tepper bought the team in 2018? This is embarrassing. They're 31-68 since David Tepper bought the team, with 6 head coaches in that span. Tepper has been described as one of the NFL's worst owner, with the Panthers going on a downturn since his ownership began.
Yikes!
How do you manage to be a worse owner than Jerry Jones?
Damn!
How do you do that?
Tell me that.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Jerry Jones, you better be lucky that I'm picking the Ravens to lose to your fucking Cowboys. But if somehow we win and you get blown the fuck out, I'm going to laugh at the bank at your misery. But I'm going to pick Dallas to win. Well,
we're going to get into
because I think your state's going to get together.
See you next Tuesday if the Cowboys loses.
I think we're going to get into
next week's games, let's go ahead head into next week's games. First and foremost.
Well, actually, boys, I had something to say.
Come on, Zach. All right, let's hit it.
Well, I despite how I don't want to do it, I'm still gonna pick Baltimore over the Cowboys because that's the way I was raised. Never give up on your team. But if we go 0-3, we have real fucking problems.
I'm gonna want to kill John Harbaugh on defense.
Listen. I'll say my piece when we get to picking the game in a few seconds. Okay? I have something to say over it.
Okay.
First and foremost, Thursday night football. We got the Patriots and the Jets.
Jets have to win this game, otherwise the season is going to be finished before it even starts.
Yep.
There's a part of me that wants the Patriots to win because I know what kind of chaos that would cause.
I have actually benched Aaron Rodgers for Jared Goff this week because I rate that Patriots defense.
I do think the Patriots will give them trouble, but the Jets should win.
Gurok would be smiling at the
And
Patriots.
I think and also the Jets defense, which was supposedly top 10, has not shown up at all this season. It really hasn't. And I think Ramondre Stevenson's going to keep going, from his big start in the season and get another touchdown in this game.
Now heading off, starting off on Sunday, we got the Broncos and the Buccaneers at Raymond James.
Carter, I'm gonna make this very easy.
All right, here we go.
Did we lose him?
Technical difficulties. Jamal.
All I'm saying. Okay.
I think we lost him.
Yeah, I think
he'll be right
so.
back. He'll be right back.
Tampa.
Oh wait.
Oh wait.
Oh,
There
he's
you
back.
go.
He's
Good.
back. He's back.
Baker
There we go.
Mayfield is gonna take a lovely bow dump on the Broncos. I don't think it's that hard to say that. I think it's quite easy.
I will
The
be.
Buccaneers will win.
I'm just going to point this out. I hope that this is not a trap game.
If this is a Carter, if this is a trap game, you don't want to be hosting this podcast next week.
No. If this is a trap game, I'm going to be here because I'll be glad to take the whiskey sour.
If it's a trap game, expect the energy that I put into the John Harbaugh grant to be returned to you directly.
Yes, I know. I'll be prepared for it. Also, we got over at Huntington Bank Field. We got the Giants and the Browns.
Browns.
Oh,
I hate going for Deshaun Watson, but Browns.
Browns.
Brandon.
Yeah, Browns. The fucking
Jamal,
Giants are
can't we
trash.
just get both of these team losses?
No.
If it's a draw.
Someone
The
has
Browns
to
will
win. Now,
Jose, I wish I could punch John Harbaugh in the face. You don't see me complaining. Oh, wait, you do.
I wish I could headbutt Daniel Jones, but I'm not doing that, am I?
Easy. We also got over at Nissan Stadium. We got the Packers and the Titans.
Packers. Packers, and this is going to drive Malik even more mad. It's going to be a Malik getting revenge on the Titans.
Well then,
Willis revenge game.
This is gonna be a game of mid. It's Malik Willis versus Will Levis. Oh God, help
But
us!
the Malik Willis revenge game winning for the Packers is going to drive Malik Brown up the wall.
Basically, we got the MJF Bowl because both these teams are mid. Interesting. We also got,
oh my fucking God, you did not.
Also at Lucas Oil Stadium, we got the Bears and the Colts.
Cody.
Bears, please win this one just to show that you're not a fluke.
I'm going to go with the Colts.
I'm gonna pick the
Why?
Bears.
I'm picking the Bears. Colts this week fucking choked against fucking the Packers, who they should have beat. I'm making this clear.
The Vikings beat the 49ers. The Ravens lost to the Raiders. Upset can happen.
Let me finish. The fucking Colts were expected to win this week. Let's just say it bluntly. They had a spirited performance against the fucking Texans, and then they went and posted a fucking goose egg in Green Bay.
Yep.
They really fucking did. And again, they were back to win. They were big favorites because of, what happened with Jordan Love, okay? And they posted a goose egg. And now this week you're going into Chicago. I think the Bears will win this game. I think the Bears defense is better than the Packers defense. So good luck offensively. And I don't think Caleb Williams is going to keep on playing bad.
I am not entirely convinced with Chicago. There are palpable worries. If that offense is not going to hold up to par, it's not impossible for the Colts to win.
Give me the
Also,
Bears.
Jamal, what were you
Give me the
saying
Bears by
about
2 scores.
Tampa and Denver?
Oh, that Baker Mayfield is going to take a bow dump on Denver.
I tell you what, boys, I'm gonna say something goofy as hell.
What is it?
give me the Bears by at least a field goal.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem that you think they're only going to win by a field goal.
I think
That
the
says
Bears
a
are
lot
going.
about the title.
I said at least.
Okay.
I think the Bears are going to win by 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Wrong prediction.
I do not think this will be close.
All
This
right.
is what happens.
I was gonna say 2 touchdowns originally, but then I figured maybe I should say something more sensible, which is why I said at least a field goal.
Let me go ahead and move on. We got at US Bank Stadium. We got the Texans and the Vikings.
That should be an interesting
This will be a
game.
great game.
That's gonna be a tight game.
That's a potential upset alert. If I'm going to be honest with you, that's a
I
potential
agree.
upset alert.
I think you have to say it's an upset alert because of how the Vikings have started the season.
Yep.
I think anyone saying that's not an upset. We're going to find out right now. We're going to find out this week. If the Texans go and handle their business and really handle the Vikings, we're talking about the Texans as the number 1 contender to the Chiefs in the AFC.
Yeah,
We
speaking
really
of
are.
the Chiefs, I'll speak later about it.
Now, we also have going on at the Caesars Superdome, we got the Eagles and the Saints.
Saints?
Jacob?
floor's yours on this one.
All right. I
Sure.
talked about this with not only my dad, but with my grandfather. This right here is going to be the true test for my Saints this Sunday at the Superdome, because the Eagles are going to be loaded for bear for this week after they got humiliated by Atlanta in shocking fashion. So safe to say, this time I'm not expecting the Saints to pull off the upset of the year and take down the Eagles at home.
50-50. That's a 50-50 game. And if the Saints beat the Eagles, we might have to start having a conversation about how the Saints might actually be a problem for the NFC.
I agree. I think if the Saints win that game,
I will say this:
they're
if the
legit
Saints
team.
pull off the upset, and they go 3-0, I will. I don't know what will. I will gladly listen to that conversation because I need to find out what the fuck is going on there.
For a team which is supposedly was going to have one of the worst defensive lines in football, they've looked one of the best in the opening couple of weeks.
You know
Yeah,
what?
seriously.
You know, I won't predict. I won't predict the score gap, but give me the Saints in the upset.
The Eagles need to win this game after the horror show which happened, last week. And I think everyone can agree with me on this.
Not even last week. Yesterday.
That was yesterday.
I meant last night. The Eagles are desperate to win this game.
Oh, they need to.
They're desperate to win this.
Not only was it embarrassing, it was a boring game.
Now, at Acrisure Stadium, God, why can't you just keep it at Heinz Field? We got the Chargers and the Steelers.
Good luck. Good luck, Agara. You are dealing with the most boring, dangerous team to ever exist.
You sure are.
Let's see if Greg Roman can get you past the Steelers.
Yeah, let's see how that turns out from Greg Roman.
It is the Steelers' defense, which is so far proving to be the difference in all their games.
And Chargers are top 5's best defense. Thank you, Jesse Minter. Let's see, can he handle against the Steelers' offense with either Justin Fields or
It's going to be Fields.
If Russell Wilson is not playing, and somehow Justin Fields is getting this team to 2-0. So
Fields is doing enough. That's the thing for these Steelers. Fields is doing enough.
He's not
doing the bare
horrible.
minimum.
He's not horrible. He's just good enough to get this team.
And the fact of the matter is, this game is going to, in my opinion, I think this is the screaming low-scoring game of the week.
I think it is.
Because unless the Chargers can establish the run game, we've seen how much damage TJ Watt and those boys do.
J.K. Dobbins doing good so far.
I'm loving J.K. Dobbins.
But here's the problem.
He's up in me.
Here's the problem. Guess who knows J.K. Dobbins very well? Patrick Queen.
Who?
Who is a former Raven, along with J.K. If you don't think he won't make sure that J.K. don't get anything, you are mistaken.
Now, coming up in the late afternoon game, take me down to Paradise City.
Oh no!
What are you doing?
We got the Panthers and the Raiders.
Well, Raiders, you get another win. So congratulations.
Yeah, the Raiders are getting winning this. Like this.
Yeah. No,
There ain't no upset alert here.
Yeah, give me the Raiders and make it not pretty.
Raiders are about to have a winning record for the season.
First time in a good while.
Hey.
All right, next.
We got hit kid. This is for you. We got the Dolphins and the Seahawks at Lumen Field.
Let's be honest. I will be very unhappy, and there will be a rant off me if we lose this game.
Oh boy,
It's the Tua injury. Let's just be brutal. If Tua was fit, this is a tough game.
I think he's gonna be out.
This is a 50-50 game if Tua is fit. Seahawks are big favourites here, in my opinion. I think the defense of Seattle was getting a bit gashed with remote. They bend it, but they don't break, which is a good sign. I think Seattle's defense will. Who's it going to be? Skylar Monroe or Snoop Huntley? Because I know they signed the Ravens.
It's either Skylar or Snoop.
Yeah. So it's going to be one of those two. But what I'm trying to say is,
it was Snoop Huntley, I think.
Yeah, pretty much my saying is this. It's just like I expect the Seahawks to win this game, and I think Seattle will win this game by
if they lose, I expect a high quality petty ass win.
Oh, if we lose this game, you will hear me go the fuck off.
Well, the ESPN bet spread is Seattle by 4.5. So
yeah, I think that's fair.
Now we got. Hold on.
If I were a betting man, I'd take that. I'd take that all day.
Now we also got coming up at AT&T Stadium. Y'all wonder which one of these two coaches are going to get fired first when this game is over? John Harbaugh or Mike McCarthy? It's the Ravens and the Cowboys.
Take it away, Jamal.
I stand on what I said. Cowboys should win this game because Baltimore loves to trip over their own feet.
Yes. Can I join in here? Yes, we do.
I will hold off any faith on Baltimore until they can get a win. Because at this point, they don't deserve it right now. Stop playing horribly. Deliver on results. I need you to deliver. My loyalty as a fan has to be earned. And you have not earned it so far.
See, Jamal, that's where, when it comes to sports, that's where you and I are different. I was brought up that the team loyalty is paramount, and that no matter how bad they're doing, you never give up on your team. I'm not saying your way of thinking is wrong. All I'm saying is we're different.
Yeah, but if we lose to the Cowboys, how different are we?
Can I say this? I've been meaning to say this about this game. Whichever team loses this game, their season's over and they're not making the playoffs. I am willing to bet on this as well. Whoever loses this game is out of the playoff race. Have you seen the schedules of both of these teams?
Oh.
Look at the schedules of both of these teams. Coming. Legit. Let me show you a point.
I'm looking at Ravens right now.
Yeah, and I'll get the Cowboys up. Okay, go. Please give me the Ravens' next 3 games after this game against the Cowboys.
Okay, the Ravens going to play against Buffalo Bills in Baltimore. The next one's going to be Bengals in Cincinnati, and Ravens going to play against the Commanders in Baltimore.
The 3 of those are winnable.
Those are eminently winnable.
They're winnable, but they're tough. Let me give you the Cowboys' next 3, okay? Giants they should beat. We're not even going to argue that. They've got the Steelers. They've got the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Ooh,
that's tough.
Get ready for this. They've got the Lions in Jerry's World, which will be a tough game. And then they've got to play the 49ers in San Francisco.
Oh boy!
Whoever team loses this game is not making the playoffs.
I can tell this one.
Whoever loses this game is out of the playoffs.
I will wait until week 4. Week 4 is really the true sign of who's making it and who's not making it. I think week 3 is still too early because we've seen teams have good, strong starts and then completely shit the bed violently.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll hold my any playoff predictions until week 4. Just a hunch.
Kid.
I genuinely believe whoever loses this game is eliminated from the
Kid.
playoff.
Hey,
Hold on, Zach. Let's go ahead and move on. We got the injury bowl. We got the 49ers and the Rams.
Oh boy.
49ers win. Not even a conversation we're gonna have.
Yup.
So here's the deal. I have the Niners winning this game massively. I think the Niners should win this game massively. The Rams are absolutely cooked with injuries.
I gotta go Niners for my grandmother. They were her favorite team.
Yeah, let me be clear on this though. If the Niners lose this game, panic. Major panic station for the Niners team.
I agree. I don't see them losing though.
No, I absolutely think the Niners are good. I think the Niners are going to win. I think this is the ass beating of the week. But if the Niners lose this game, it is panic stations for their entire season.
You think?
Because I have Seattle going. As I stated, I have Seattle going. 3-0 this week. Because I expect us to be a depleted Miami. Okay. You want to be 2 games behind with the schedule you've got if you're the Niners, because you've got a league hard schedule. It would be mega panic stations if the Niners lost this game. I expect them to win though. I think they'll win comfortably.
We got over at State Farm Stadium. We got the Lions and the Cardinals.
Another great game to look out.
You know what? Last week I would have said this was an easy wash for the Lions. This week I'm not too sure. This might be a dogfight.
I like it.
Dogfight.
Listen, it brings me no joy to say this. I like this Cardinals team. They've got the defense finally stepped up this week. But
wait, this man picking their cards? Yo!
Did you see how they played?
Zach, hold on. No, actually, no. Hey, kid, I got you.
No.
Zach, I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. nearly outscored the Baltimore Ravens by himself.
Ooh. Like I said, I ain't watched a lick of football all season yet.
He outscored the Ravens by himself. Cardinals win this game. It's not even. I think they win this game.
Here's the thing. It's in Detroit. I'm going to go with home advantage on this. I think the Lions are going to win this game.
This game is in Arizona.
Oh, is it in Arizona? Oh, it's in Arizona.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's in Arizona.
Wow.
So that's
you know what? Yeah, I think the momentum's going to keep. Yeah, I'm going to go Cardinals in an upset here. Even though I'm hoping the Lions win this because I'm starting Jared Goff this week, but I'd rather
controversial take. I don't think that's an upset.
I think the Cardinals. The problem with the Cardinals is their defense. Offensively, I think they look a mile better. I think they look very good, attack wise. It's the defense which is going to give you, the questions, if I'm allowed to say. You're going to have the questions over, are they going to be good enough defensively? That's my take on it. I'm going to go the Cardinals, though, in an upset.
All right. Now, Sunday Night Football, we got the Chiefs and the Falcons.
Oh, boy, in Atlanta.
Expect a slaughter to happen in ATL.
Good luck, Kirk Cousins. Good luck.
Let me say this real quick because we almost said the same thing when the Eagles and the Falcons did battle last night.
Yep.
I've got one thing to say. Kansas City, can you get Travis Kelce going? Can you? Can you get Travis Kelce going? Where's he been all season?
That's a good question.
Like, legit. And that's the thing, they're still getting away with it.
It's like
Mr. Carter.
It's like
This is what worries.
Giving him some slack.
Carter.
New toys to play.
Yeah.
Carter.
Yeah.
What is the difference between the Eagles and the Chiefs?
Let's see. Well, Chiefs won
Mahomes,
the Super Bowl.
Mahomes Xavier Worthy, who is faster than anything on the Falcons, defensively or offensively. If you don't think the Chiefs won't bully walk the Falcons into a penalty fest and win the game, I think you're calling your luck.
Oh boy.
Are you saying that the Chiefs got the referees in their pocket?
Seems
I'm saying the Falcons are going to lose.
I think the Falcons are going to lose big this week.
Oh, this could be disastrous.
Because you have to think that Chiefs offense is fully going away. They had a bad game and they still won.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, we got a doubleheader for Monday Night Football. The first game's going to be on ESPN, and we got the Jaguars and the Bills.
Bills.
Jaguars season's over.
Yeah.
Bills.
It's going to be in Buffalo.
Bills. Team AEW is cooked.
Yeah. Somebody's going through a table Monday night.
Very
And
funny.
the other game's going to be on ABC. We got the Commanders and the Bengals.
Cincy.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
What's that? That's in Cincinnati, ain't it?
Cincinnati should win.
It is in Cincinnati.
If it's in Cincinnati, then I'm taking
Cincinnati
It
should
is
win.
going to be in Cincy.
Cincy should
If they
win,
lose.
but we've seen them fumble the bag before.
If
they lose.
Cincy
I'm
loses,
I'm saying Commanders.
Wait,
Oh,
Excuse me?
Commanders.
Jose?
If they lose to the Commanders, bruh, they're in trouble.
If they
just
lose,
like
I called it. Okay, you can't say bullshit because I called it. Just saying.
See you on Tuesday.
See you on Tuesday.
Dear Lord.
I think that's
You.
Yeah, that's how I gotta say it.
I
Dear
think that's
Lord.
it. I just gotta ask Hick that I
You have all right to fucking
What do
chew
I ask,
me
man?
out.
What?
Remember when you said whoever loses this game, whoever loses the Ravens game is their season's like done. They're out of the playoff race. Hypothetically speaking, you willing to go to your local bookie and put a $5 on that?
Yeah. Whoever loses this game is missing the playoffs.
Oh, Lord. That's risky money you want to put up.
I will happily go and put a $5 on this game. That whoever loses this game, their season is over.
Oh dear.
So
I'll go and do that this week. Whoever loses, I'll be in the bookie on Monday, and whoever loses, I will put a bet on saying they miss the playoffs. 100%.
Well,
all right. If that team that loses doesn't make it, cool. You get your money. If it works out, good luck.
Yeah, and all I gotta say is don't write a check your backside can't cash. And let's leave it at that. We'll run through some scores real quick before we turn out the lights here. On the baseball diamond.
I'm looking at the baseball side, and in the fifth inning, well, Zach, you're not gonna like this.
Oh boy.
Not again.
It's 4-0 San Francisco.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, he's gonna need a drink.
Who's Sanford playing?
No, Baltimore.
Oh, good. Keep going, Sanford. Go.
There's that Yankee pride.
Keep going, Sanford. Keep going. Pump that score up.
Now,
You cheeky pinstripe bastard.
Okay, easy, you two. We also in the top of the fourth. The Marlins are leading the Dodgers 5-4.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Marlins, if you beat the Dodgers, I'm laughing my ass off.
I'll be really happy as a Padres fan. Keep it up, Marlins.
Yeah, also in the top of the fifth, Red Sox are leading the Rays 2-1. Top of the third, the Nationals are leading the Mets 1-0.
Oh boy.
Yeah, bottom of the first, scoreless between the Phillies and the Brewers.
Oh, it just started.
Yeah, and as Brandon did bring up, top of the fifth, Giants leading the Orioles 4-0. Bottom of the third, the Braves are leading the Reds 4-1. Top of the fifth, Twins leading the Guardians 2-1. Bottom of the first, Tigers are leading the Royals 1-0.
Who's clinched so far in the baseball? Because we have to be.
Nobody's even made it to the station yet.
Now, also, bottom of the first. Hold on, bottom of the first.
Brewers are close.
Yeah. Bottom of the first. Athletics are leading the Cubs 2-0. And it's scores between the Pirates and the Cardinals in the bottom of the first.
Should we laugh at hold on, guys? I have a question. Should we laugh at Hagan if Oakland wins against Chicago?
Oh no, we're gonna chew his ass out. That's what we're gonna fucking do.
And he's
not here.
Good. Get him in here next week.
Also, on the WNBA court, Lynx are leading the Sun 42-37 at halftime.
Speaking of halftime, Liberty up by 10.
Yeah. And in the second quarter, the Dream are leading the Sky 23-14. So overall, like I said, this has been a wild week in sports. And guess what? We got 2 weeks left to go in the MLB season. We know that pretty soon the NHL preseason will start this weekend. Training camp for the NBA is supposed to start sometime next week.
Oh boy!
I tell you what, this is gonna be a wild month as we head on down the stretch with the playoffs coming around the bend. College football in full swing, and everything in between. Let me go ahead first. I'll start by saying, if you like what you see, first and foremost, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, share this video, and when you do subscribe to our channel, please hit the bell so that you will know whenever we stream. I want to thank Hit Kid, I want to thank Jamal, and I want to thank Matt, and I want to thank Zach for joining us here this evening. Go. And I just want to point this out. If you think this week is crazy, if we see some more upsets next week, this gonna be a salt mine probably for the rest of the year.
It was a salt mine this week. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. I just want to point this out. If the Broncos do beat the Buccaneers this weekend, put me down for a whiskey sour next week.
Same if the Ravens lose to the Cowboys. Put me down for a whiskey sour.
If Baltimore loses, we're putting both you and Jamal down for a whiskey sour.
I might be a bartender for this one.
Yeah, oh dear, Lord have mercy, we're gonna get roasted. All right, Jacob, take us home.
With pleasure, as always. Thanks again to Hit Kid and Jamal for joining me. For Hit Kid, hold on. For Hit Kid, go check out his company, the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance. They've been doing a lot of good stuff for this season. They just got through Dead Summer's Night, believe it or not.
We just uploaded Aftershock last night.
Yeah, their Aftershock, which was at the Hammerstein Ballroom. They're going to be making the next episode's going to be coming soon. I think sometime this week, when they're going to be making their trek back to the UK and the Asylum. So, and they're on the road to their next big CPV, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, it's Crossfire.
Yeah, Crossfire Absolution doubleheader. That's what we're on the road to next.
Yep, that's the next big pay-per-view. So go check out the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance. Subscribe to their channel. Because he does great, good stuff for us. So thanks again for joining us, Hit Kid. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll see you next week for more discussions. But anyways, safe to say, this week has been, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah, right, nuts.
Chaotic.
Yeah, with all the insanity that's been going on with college football, the NFL decided, hey, let's have all the mayhem happen in week 2. And also, and of course, Major League Baseball just getting set to wrap up the season, along with the WNBA and so much more. Safe to say, the sports world is just having so much fun, and we're enjoying every second of it. Okay, and I promise you this: these next 2 weeks in Major League Baseball is going to be something you don't want to miss, because, ladies and gentlemen, the elimination station is about to be filled up with the teams that couldn't even have a chance in hell of getting there, and those who just missed out. But safe to say, by the end of this week, we will be starting punching tickets for the 12 teams to enter the playoff train to become maybe this year's Commissioner's Trophy winners in the World Series. But until then, I'll promise you this: next week it's going to be something you don't want to miss, because we might be seeing some whiskey sours. We might be seeing but I promise you this: the salt will flow. So I suggest, if you want to see more of this stuff, please subscribe. to the VWU Sports Podcast channel here on our YouTube because we go live every Tuesday, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific on YouTube and on the YouTube channel. And if you like what you saw from this video, please like the video and share it across all social media platforms. That, of course, being Facebook and Twitter. We don't touch Instagram and TikTok. Too toxic for us. And if you want to be notified when we go live every Tuesday night, please hit the bell. And you'll be notified when we go live and run and open up tomorrow. But until then, we need to go rest up and go get ready for this insane action of the NFL and college football, and of course, the WNBA wrapping up its season, and of course the MLB as well. But until then, for everybody here, from Hit Kid to Zach, to Matt, and of course the Hoosier Man, for my boys Carter, Jose, and Brandon, this has been JB saying good night, everybody. Stay safe, stay safe.
Peace, lads.
Indeed.
No!